So many messages. I got to come up with some awesome intro thing to play every time we go live. It'll be exciting and it'll have burnouts and explosions and stuff.
Yeah, intros don't really work well in actual videos, but I think for a live it would actually go pretty good. I think that
Maybe.
Would be,
Nice. Anyway, this is Dead Dodge Garage Live and whatever Tom calls his. Welcome. We're here.
Sunday live, I think.
Oh yeah, now it shows you're live. Look at how live you are.
Nice.
Should I watch from your live and then I'll like your live? Here we go.
I usually watch them both at the same time. That's what I try to do at least.
Nice. Oh, I'm the first like.
Anybody want a Rusty GTX?
Yeah. Yeah, we got some of those. Oh, or a 1949 Studebaker Champion. Is that what it is?
I don't know. Where was that?
That blue one that I did.
Oh.
Alan's got a new picture. What's up, Alan? Look at that
Alan.
proud and majestic vehicle.
I broke Alan again this week, so sorry. Sorry, Alan.
Every time. Yes, the blue Studebaker. It is available. Bigfoots and Mopars in the house from Tom's channel. How's it going?
How's it going?
Yes. We're probably going to put that Stud up for $3,000 as is. Negotiable. We'll ship it to you. The shifter's broken. The clutch is seized solid and it has a miss. Among other things. But it's a nice looking car. Nice interior. The bumpers are crusty, but yeah, it is a good looking car, Chris, for sure. Keith Hill says the cop car was cool. Agreed.
Which one?
Yours.
I have 10. I'm assuming it means the 61.
The 61.
That was cool. Yeah. That thing is cool.
Agreed.
If that was Washington State Patrol, it would not be for sale. But my buddy Ken really wants it. So.
Why are you sideways?
Oh, I just go sideways. I'm on a mount.
It has a mind of its own.
I literally didn't touch my phone.
I know.
What are you doing to me?
That's hilarious.
So
he was
dumb.
trying to join and get his thing going, and it kicked him out like 7 times. It's hilarious.
There. This is dumb, and I hate everything.
Yeah. Alan has over 200 miles on the D100 now. Nice.
Nice.
Yeah. It's going good.
He's making some good progress on that. He got some dash stuff from me last week, so hopefully that helped him out with that.
Hopefully his amp gauge will be less on fire. I'm editing the next video on that truck now. Carl Grant would love to see Mark Warman tackle that GTX. Yeah, we'll just call him.
Yeah.
Tom has entered a sideways tunnel.
Yeah, Mark doesn't do anything for free, so.
Yeah. Hot Shoe wants to know why you haven't snatched that 57 D500 yet.
Which one?
Don't look at me.
Somebody found a 58 swept line I'm trying to buy right now. That's the one with the wagon quarter panels, and it's been
58 still has that?
57, 58.
Yeah, 57. Those are
they made them both. They made them both years.
Cool. I didn't know that.
I found one on the East Coast, and it's been like modified. I think they put an F body front end underneath it, so it's like independent suspension with an LA motor.
Hot rod stuff. You know, honestly, that makes it usable. Which those just the way they were made, like really kind of aren't.
I mean, straight axle, manual steering, like they're pretty bad. So
at least 3/4 tons are absolutely miserable. So
yeah, I'm trying to make a deal on that. We're about $5,000 apart. It's kind of a semi-estate sale, but it's on the East Coast, so I can't see it. I got to ship it here, so I'm working on that. So
Dan Tupper's in the house. Tavo's in the house. Gary is over on your channel commenting, getting you 1 comment.
I have 3. Thank you, Steven. Thank you, Bigfoots. Thank you, Gary.
Nice.
This is a loyalty test. Just understand that. So.
3 seems high, but what do I know? It's 3 your best offer. Nice. Plymouth on Plywood likes Rust. I'm in love with your new Cornet. You and me both.
Yeah, Jamie said that was his car.
I really like that car a lot.
Mm-hmm.
There needs to be some kind of deal where that ends up sitting where my Charger was.
Well, sell the Charger. Let's start.
No, you sell the Charger. Alan kind of wants the GTX. He surely has a problem. Yeah, dude, because we're going to be doing frame rails and quarters and Oh my God, everything. It's a cool
Yeah.
car. Don't get me wrong. We talked about this the other day when we were both there. Like it's super cool, but oh man. You know what? If anyone could do it, it would be Alan. He is a magician that way.
Yep.
Truck cut to. Haven't been here in a long time, but I have some catching up to do. Good to see you, Jamie. How did the turbo inline work out? Bad. So bad. Took it apart, put the turbo kit on another slant. It kind of worked. Transmission exploded, and I gave it to Alan. We are going to be putting the 225 in the 63 Valiant, and then when that's still bad, we'll give up.
Yeah, that kind of was a disaster, wasn't it?
Oh, God, such a disaster.
Like, pretty much all the way around.
Yeah.
Well, they got a lot of content out of it, so there is that. But...
Well, I mean, yeah. Apparently, there are 71 on your channel. Oh, cool, 71 car. That's a different thing.
17 watching on my channel right now.
Oh, that's backwards of 71. If you were dyslexic, you might think that's 71.
Mm-hmm.
Dan Orcutt is here. Dan sent me an email. Dang it, what was in said email? Oh, I'm sure it was a picture. Oh, yeah, it was him wearing my shirt. Yeah, thank you, Dan. And then a picture of Wasilla, Alaska, I assume. Very nice.
McLovin asked what I was down in Oregon for yesterday. Well, that's pretty.
Yeah.
I bought, there was a estate sale in Florida like 4 or 5 months ago, and a buddy of mine sent me the link, and I randomly bought 6 Mopar motors. I knew 2 of them were at least max wedge motors. So basically I did a planes, trains, and automobiles. They went from Florida to Chicago to Carlisle, Pennsylvania to Corvallis, Oregon. And then I had to go pick them up. There was a box of carburetors, there was a Ren, a bunch of stuff. And then I was up at Wildcat Auto Wrecking last night because Ed and Phyllis, the owners of the yard, had their 50th wedding anniversary. So they had a huge party up there. I couldn't stay up there very long, but it was fun. There was a lot of people I hadn't seen in a while up there. So we went and hung up there for a little bit. So
Red. Mm-hmm. Tavo, please send me a 265 to play with. Please. I need a bell housing too. Excuse me. Paul Wilcott. Hey guys, love the show and all the content and narration. Jamie might want to look into a comedy act as a backup plan if things go sour in the auto industry. I've thought about it. I don't think I can talk well enough. But yeah, I have thought about
it. True Kutu. If the car's in Florida, I can look at it. I appreciate it. It's actually up in North Carolina somewhere, so I'm not actually sure where, but it's in North Carolina. But I appreciate you offering to do that for me. He's supposed to get out there this week and see if it runs. And there's actually a bunch of German cars in the collection, so I found it on a German page. Somebody messaged me. So the guy's from Seattle, but all the stuff's back in North Carolina. So
Old Stuff Rules said hi on your channel a bit ago. Connor Lake Havasu also on your channel. I see how it is. And saying greetings from the road, request looking at the world through a windshield. I don't know that one. Crashes Roadrunner Garage in the house.
David asked if I got the better side of the trade. I don't know. What do you guys think? So for those of you who didn't watch my video today, I traded a 1968 340 fastback Barracuda. Needed a complete restoration, no motor trans, for a 1971 GTX 440 automatic Hemi Orange air grabber car. Horribly rusty, some of the worst rust I've ever seen on a Northwest car, and a 61 Plymouth Savoy fleet car, cop car, and not as rusty, but needs a bunch of work. So I don't know. I think I did okay. I'm not sad about it. The 61's going to my buddy in California, and I don't know, GTX is gonna get sold, so I think I did all right.
It's not that you didn't as far as value goes. It's just that Barracuda was like a good car. And
yes,
that GTX is not a good car.
Well, it's still a GTX. But
it is. But that Barracuda we could have had running in a week. That GTX, not so much. But it is what it is. I mean, I'm an A-body guy too, so I'm like, the precious.
That's true. And the thing too is like the missing piece of that, for those who didn't watch the video, is that Barracuda was the guy's brother's car in the early 80s.
100%. Like
I wanted it to go back to him. And he's a guy who gets stuff done. I mean, he's a retired Boeing engineer. Actually, in quality control, we actually had a bit of a conversation about the 737. When I was
retired, right?
Yeah, retired, yes. I'm not going to expand upon that, but I kind of wanted his opinion on that. And he had opinions on that. But like, I really wanted that car to go to him. So it's like,
that's cool.
The trade just made sense all the way around. So
Super cool. Keith Hill used AI to rat fink my banana. I have a thing, like a pretty serious thing against AI. It drives me crazy. I did go looking for your post. I couldn't find it, but anyway. Tracy's in the house. He's going to bring the toolbox charger tomorrow.
Nice. Driveway Misfits asked what German cars. There was a 2002 and I can't remember what the other ones were. Sorry, I can't. But there was a pretty nice 2002 and there was 2 other German cars. There might have been a 911. I can't remember what the other ones were. So
I like those little Beamers.
They're cool.
I've had an E36. It was a fun car, but
it was a round headlight one too, which is good. But it was on the Avance board, so like very German centric club. So,
gotcha. Good evening, John the Striper. How you doing? Hunter Freeman in the house as well from Utah.
Nice.
Tom's children will be hoarding Charger cop cars in 20 years. I want to be hoarding Charger cop cars now.
Dude, they are so expensive. I don't understand.
I disagree. I've seen some reasonably priced ones.
I have not been able to find one at an auction under like $10,000.
Oh no, $10,000 is reasonable for like a modern car with a Hemi. Dude, I paid 18 for my Challenger, 10 grand comparatively for a cop car.
For an LX car that needs a whole front end, the Hemi's gonna blow up
and probably an engine. Yeah, but it'll be so fun until it does.
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
I can't disagree with that. Actually, that might not be a bet. Well, I don't know if all my kids had that as a first car. Those are pretty fast. Maybe
yeah, I get into trouble with that truck. 395 horsepower.
That's a lot.
Dude, I didn't even know. I thought the 5.7 was always 345. No, they bumped it up. It's 395 in 2019.
Well, and understand the 440 HP was 375, and that was gross, not net. So the 395 is more like it's like Hemi territory. 420 is Hemi territory.
Oh yeah, and it makes power everywhere, and it has an 8-speed automatic, and it's insane.
Yep.
For a truck. I like it. I love that thing. I'm so done with like, as much as I love my classic daily drivers, like I just want to drive my truck. I love it. It's messed up.
You get spoiled.
Robert Fitch says you did the right thing. Getting it back to the guy's brother, like 100% fully agree. That was the right thing. There's no question of that.
I mean,
it still makes me a little sad.
I could have just sold it to him, but like, the trade made sense to me at the time. Like, if that thing had good frame rails, I would have done very well off of that.
Yes, but unfortunately, it does not.
Yeah.
Oh,
by the way, there's going to be a video on this probably next week. Jamie may do a video on this too. I might have just bought a Warlock last week.
Allegedly. You could see it in today's video if you're car spotting in Tom's yard.
Yeah. I should go out there. And I don't think my Wi-Fi reaches that far, but I'm looking for a gas tank for that. And for you Tin Girl guys, Dan Tupper, hopefully you're going to be on here tonight because I know you know those things really well.
He's here.
I need a gas tank. I need to know what the interchange is on that, and they're plastic, but I really need a gas tank for that truck. So if anybody has a resource on a gas tank for a 77 stepside Dodge truck, I need
the original's gone, right? So we can't even look at it.
Yeah, no, he said it disintegrated.
It's gone.
Like, he said he took it out and it like melted in his hands when he took it out. So
I do think they're special to the step side, but I bet it's step side 70 whenever they went to the bed tank 74, 5 until 84.
When did they go plastic? That's the question.
Oh no, they were plastic mid 70s. When they went to the bed tank, they were plastic. I think. I don't know. Have I ever seen a metal bed tank in a tin grill? Maybe in earlier years, but mid 70s for sure.
Yeah, because Vans has every metal tank ever made, but they don't make it in the plastic ones. So,
right.
And there is a Holley tank that's supposed to work, but it's one of those dumb EFI
tank.
I don't want to buy. So
yeah, I wonder if there's a way you can make this standard plastic tank work, because I actually have one of those. I'll bet the filler's in a different location, and it might require some kind of crazy.
Well, I think it's unique to the step side. But
no, I think you're right, but I just wonder if there's a way to make it work.
I don't know, David. It's a bed tank, not an in-cab tank on those.
Yeah.
So
right. Hunter Freeman said, "Thanks for your video on fuel tank sending unit gauge diagnosis. You bet. Happy to do it. That's very useful information for any Mopar owner."
By the way, I'm really hoping Jamie brings the charger in this week because I've been waiting for like 3 months to do a video on this, but. Vans came out with sending units that are supposed to work correctly. I'm going to use his charger as a guinea pig for that. So,
I would like to do that. I haven't driven that. I've only driven it twice this summer. I need to clean the carb out. It keeps getting grumpy like every third time I drive it. Yeah, AI is dumb and stupid, and I hate it. But having said that, and also I'm not into rat fake, but I'll put it up anyway. It's pretty cool. I do. It is my truck. That's cool. It's cool that it's my truck. Rad. But AI does not understand text, and it drives me crazy. Hunter Freeman says, I'm not a Dodge guy, but I'm bringing back my buddy's 68 Barracuda, and it's a wiring nightmare. Yeah, they often are by this time. So,
yeah, everybody's saying plastic tank on a 74. Yeah, we're pretty sure of that. I'm
pretty sure it's, yeah.
There's not 100% the interchange there. So.
Yes, 85 is when the step side went away. I said till 84, right? I had an 84 step side.
You did.
I know.
Yep.
And in 83 and 4, and I don't know on 82, 83 and 4, it's a metal bed floor. They got rid of the wood. It's actually metal. Yeah, it's actually kind of cool.
Interesting.
Yes, Robert, I'm the wrong generation to like rat fink for sure. I don't. It's just not my thing.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I don't get it at all. Warlock is the best truck name ever, Jeff. I fully agree. Would a van tank work? I doubt it. Send us pictures. I'm sure it's going to be different, but maybe van tanks are in the back. Van tanks are all the way in the back, and it might bolt in there, but again, it's not going to line up with the step side filler at all.
Yep.
Patrick Radcliffe said carbureted Dakota tank. You do realize they were only carbureted for 1 year, right?
Yeah. Hot Shoe says he has a 77 Porsche 911S for sale as well. That's cool. I drove a 74 once. It's only 911 I've ever driven. I helped somebody sell one on eBay. It was a lot of fun.
Sounds expensive.
Yeah, well, those were like the worst ones. Like I remember when I helped that guy sell it when I first got started on eBay, like mid 2000s. Mm-hmm. Those were like barely $10,000 cars at the time, and now they're insane. Yes,
McLovin, who was in fact a cop, got to flog a few Charger all-wheel drive cop cars in training. They are wild. Mm-hmm. 77 911, he said. Oh, those are cool. That's a good one.
They had a problem with like the engines on those, and I can't remember when they changed that. When they went to the SC, they fixed it. The turbo ones were fine, but the base ones had a bunch of issues. So I know enough to be dangerous on those, but
they're cool. I know that. I could get excited about one.
Yeah, Charger Pursuits, they all tick.
I just saw that. So yes. So do the rest of the Hemis.
It's not unique to that.
My truck ticks on startup, and then it goes away, and I'm sure it's fine. Old Iron says 5.7 went up in 09. Really? All the way to 395 in 09? Old Iron said this should have been the Ozzy Hulk Hogan tribute stream. It's not too late to play some Ozzy or Sabbath.
A little Black Sabbath tonight.
Yeah. I played Paranoid last week, I think. I didn't sing it. I can't, really. Chakutu, or just however that's pronounced, is considering a 68 four-door D200. Roof gutters are rusted really bad. Yeah, welcome to Dodge Trucks. Enjoy your stay.
All those crew cabs, they are all rusty up there.
Those early crew cabs especially, they are so scabbed together. Like, I've never even really seen one in person, but you could just tell from the pictures. Like, it was absolutely an afterthought, and they can't have been put together the best.
Yeah, because like around the windows and the top, even the later ones, which were way better, it's the same thing.
Oh, they always have the same thing.
Yeah, there wasn't any rust proofing inside where all the metal came together, and they just totally rusted out.
And I think the drainage is messed up in crew cabs, because you always see like single cabs will rust above the glass inside, but crew cabs always do it. They're always full of holes there.
And I don't know if it's maybe just the pine needles get stuck up there, or the rust proofing, or because it's so long, maybe the pine needles don't come out. But
I don't know.
Yeah, by the way, the little segue here too, you're asking about crew cab trucks. I don't know if you guys saw the big auction that Vanderbrink's doing, a big one in Montana right now. I'm debating whether to bid on several cars there. If anybody see that, you can comment. But there's actually a bunch of really nice crew cabs in that auction. So they're like Central Montana trucks from the Air Force Base. They're really, really neat if you guys are looking for one. There's a 67 Monaco there I should not be bidding on because it's already way more than I think it's worth. But man, it's such a nice car. I really like it. It's silver with red interior, 440, power windows, AC, four-door hardtop. It's a freaking awesome car, but it's already at 4,500. So I need you guys to talk me out of this, please. So
yeah, Old Iron, I think you're right. I think there are 85 step sides, so that must be the last year.
85, okay.
Yeah, I thought it was 84, but this is listed as an 85. Here's another one that went to auction. It's listed as an 85. The one I had was definitely an 84. My understanding was that was the last year, but I could remember wrong. And apparently I did because, it's 85. But yeah, metal bed floor, pretty cool.
Yeah. David says Len's truck should not be my favorite in your yard, and yet that truck's awesome. And by the way, a guy bought it, is flying in tomorrow night from SeaTac and driving it home to Ohio. He wanted to go to Sturgis, so he's.
Did you say tomorrow?
Yeah.
Oh, sick! I knew he was coming. I didn't know it was that soon.
I was a little surprised too. My kid's got baseball practice. I'm supposed to be coaching tomorrow, so I'm gonna have to leave like halfway through to go pick the guy up at the airport. I was like, "Wait, you're coming in 2 days? I thought it'd be like a week or something."
Wow. Yeah.
But he really wants to go to Sturgis, so.
Couple comments from a bit ago. Bryce Wilson says I inspired him to start redoing a 65 Dart. Nice. Yes, the 318 is blue and waiting to come to a screen near you. The Allen's truck will be back. Several people reminded me to get a haircut. Yes, I need to get a haircut.
Yeah,
it's getting
me
a little
too.
Shaggy. McLovin has put 75 trouble-free miles on Llama Barn. No more smoke. That's so awesome.
Nice. Is anybody going to Woodburn next weekend? I was gonna try to go, but I realized my daughter has a dance recital at the county fair, so I kind of have to go to that. She's been training.
I'm not doing it.
3 months. So.
It was, whatever. I'm just so not into events or leaving my house. Hot Shoe said something about a Cornet, and I think then I saw another comment. At least I think it was a Cornet. The one on your vacation in a salvage yard.
Wait, say that again.
The one in was it Wyoming? That junkyard you were in, private yard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the comment?
Cornet. There was a Cornet in there.
Oh,
it was just. I think he just said it was nice or something.
Yeah, there was a lot of good cars in that yard. I was talking to the guy. He's like,
yeah. The D500. It was in that video. The D500 he was talking about. Okay. That was it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that makes sense.
I'm sure you'd love to bring all kinds of stuff home from there.
Yeah, that's a long ways away. That place is like 18 hours, I think.
Yikes.
It's not close. Kenneth said Doloff Antiques Garage just did a video of the Vandenberg auction. Yes, and I was actually watching that when I got online with Jamie here. I was watching it, and I'm a little bitter because I wanted to go out.
Because he was going to do that.
I was going to go out to the preview and do the exact same video, and he has 129,000 hits on a 2-hour video. I can't imagine how much money he made off that video.
How many subs does he have?
22,000. So actually not that much. So
interesting.
By the way, I'm about to hit 14,000. I'll probably hit it tonight. Oh, yeah. So,
hey, if you haven't subscribed to Tom, go subscribe to Tom.
Yeah,
I don't bet most people here have.
Yeah, I think so too. I'm not one to beg for subs, but I'm 15 away from 14,000. So, 14 doesn't really mean a lot to me, but 15 is going to be a big milestone for me, I think. So,
Robert Fitch, Jamie would need 4 good tires if he goes to Woodburn this year. I was going to say this about the Charger. I need to clean the carb out because I keep having issues with it doing weird stuff. And the tires are still the ones that came on those wheels, and I know they are ancient, and I can't. I will drive it to Olympia again. I cannot drive it to Woodburn. I'm not doing that.
Bad juju.
Yeah. Plymouth on Plywood. The 69 crew I had in Alaska, the roof would leak rust water on me. Yikes. Andrew Button says real trucks have tin grills. Damn right. Well, Bill Mize in the house just sent me his classic $50 super chat. Thank you very much, Bill.
Awesome, Bill. Thanks.
Bill's the man. He's paying my bills and stuff. Good evening, Bill. I hope all is well. Yeah, going well here. I actually relaxed for a day yesterday. That was weird. And I barely did anything today.
Yeah, I drove 8 hours yesterday. And then I mowed my field today. The DeSoto went away today, though. The 4-door 50 DeSoto. So that was good.
Yep.
That car was here.
Message me.
I was gonna build a 24 hours lemons car on it, but I found something cooler we want to build. Jamie's on board with the lemons build, but we
100%.
both have to get some projects done so we can.
100%.
That might be a winter project this year. So
what are we? Steve just sent me a thing. The Dodge/Skip Barber driving school utilizes state-of-the-art Dodge vehicles. The Dodge Viper GTS Coupe and RT10 Roadster, the Dodge Neon ACR, and the 5.2-liter Magnum V8 Dakota Sport. Where is this place?
Like currently?
I don't know. This website, it says copyright 1997, and I think it is. It's hilarious, though.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Hunter just subbed me. Appreciate it. J. Russell Fitch. The 66 Coronet two-door is not Jamie's car.
No, it's as much as I want it to be.
Yeah.
I would have to have my Charger sold, or
that's such a nice car.
It
really is. Like, that's a really nice car. Keith Hill asked, my 61 Chrysler New Yorker station wagon, by the way, awesome wagon, especially if it's a hardtop. Those are like one of the coolest design wagons. Big fins, 4-door hardtop. Needs just neutral safety switch and a washer bag. I know they make those. I would try JC Auto Restoration. They're up in Linwood. They kind of specialize in those cars. I know they have the washer bags, and they probably have the neutral safety switches too. So I'd highly recommend them.
I think Hot Shoe sent me mail. Hold on. Yes. Oh, sick. Oh, that's a great color. There's this 911. It's like kind of cool. Purpley.
I'm just curious, how much is that? Like, I don't know what those are worth at all.
It looks expensive.
I mean, I'm not. Yeah, it does. I mean, I'm not buying it, but like, I'm just curious.
Oh, that's okay. So the Skip Barber driving school. That's from when they ran out of Laguna Seca. They ran the Neon RTs in 98 and 99. Nice. It's just so funny that that's still on the internet.
Yep.
Rad. Savion Smith said DDG and UTG have helped me revive my 72 Swinger. Nice. Happy to do it. Love reviving Swingers and stuff. Plymouth on Plywood was looking at the auction, that big auction, but he's gambling on the upcoming Michigan tax auction. There's a Lake Superior waterfront lot he wants. Nice.
Well, I had a buddy go look at those cars. He said the rough cars are field cars, so they're full of mice. They're not rusty, but like full of mice. They need a bunch of work. But a lot of those were inside. Like that 67 Monaco is really nice because it was parked inside in town. I mean, it hasn't run in forever. But I mean, it's at $4,500 already for a 4-door. It's just like... seems like a lot.
Good evening, Chili Willy. What's good in the hood? Driveway of Misfits. Did you sell any cars this week, Jamie? No. Did I? No, I kind of bought. No, I haven't sold anything. Well, the wagon is sold. We got a check. There are going to be a few more payments on that, but that is sold.
I might be going out there, so we'll see.
Yeah.
That's still very much up in the air, but I may be able to deliver that to Eastern Montana. Scott DeFord said, just had the tank out of my 74 D100. It's indeed plastic. Yeah, so 74 plastic.
Yeah.
My 78 Trail Duster was plastic as well, and that was a nasty job. There's actually like on the front door to the shop on here, like the main one where the lift is, it's still stained from when I pressure washed that out. Like that stuff doesn't go away. It's like herpes.
Yeah. Jeff R says, Jamie, if you don't like leaving your house for an event, there's a bunch of your followers happy to bring an event to Aberdeen. I might test that theory someday. I have a feeling you're probably wrong. No one likes coming here, but yeah. Oh, and what are you going to do? Get on a boat or something? Yeah. Jeff Hutchins says, Jamie, the older you get, the less you'll want to go events or just be around the general public or leave your house. I'm 35, brother. I'm already there. I don't go to anything I don't want to. Yeah. Oh, Rooster dropped in to say hi. I was just wondering where he was at. I just dropped in quick to say hi. He's mowing today too. I'll be damned.
Yeah, I gotta get my field done. It's honestly a fire hazard
Dude,
at this point, so.
When are we making a dirt track?
Well, the problem is I kind of gotta wait till it starts raining again because my tractor's not that big.
Yeah,
well,
I
that's
know.
the problem.
I know.
The ground's too hard right now. Once it starts raining and gets soft, then my rototiller will actually like do it with strength. I need to buy a bigger tractor.
I'm loaning you my tractor. Like, it's not huge, but it's a big boy compared to yours. And
how many horsepower is it?
Oh, it's only like, how many is yours?
Like 2022.
I
I mean,
think
it's
mine's
nothing.
50, 55.
Is it really that
Yeah.
thing?
It's a diesel Ford.
Well, mine's a diesel too. It doesn't mean it
Yeah,
has
but yours is a
horsepower.
little bitty baby one. Hold on. Hang on.
I don't think it's 50 horsepower. I
I
think
thought
you're
it
way
was
off.
50. Yeah,
No,
maybe
it's
you're right.
probably like 25, 30. Yeah,
Let's see.
I have no doubt it's more than mine, but
Ford Farm Tractors by Power. 55. That's a newer model, though. 48. Yeah, and I don't ever remember which model number mine is. It looks like a 641, but it's a little different.
but
48.
it has a 3 point and a PTO.
Yeah. I've never used it, but I think it works.
Hmm.
Oh, wait. Hold on a second. 48's the gas version, and the diesel engine only makes 39 to 42. This is all AI nonsense, so it's probably wrong.
Yeah. Yeah.
This says
Most likely.
56. 841 Powermaster. This is what I was looking at before. 56. But I think that's the gas. It doesn't matter. The point is, it's way bigger and beefier than yours. It's not as big as your old one, but it's close.
Well, I mean, the answer is I need to buy a bigger tractor. That's the answer.
Yes.
But I've been too busy buying cars lately. So
Hot Shoes says 36K, by the way.
36. Oh, okay. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
I was just curious. J. Russell Fitch, Tom, how common are the old dealers you come upon? Are there many left? Do you get tips on them or find them through research? Both. It's mostly research, though. So I found an old dealer list. I actually have two of them. I have one from 69 and one from 71. So basically, I spent like months typing all of it into an Excel spreadsheet. And then each time we go on a road trip, my brother Gary, who's on the chat, does most of the research now, but basically goes through and like looks up the dealers, and we go through every single dealer in the state we're going through, and then we basically just go onto Google Maps and be like, okay, it's an empty lot, okay, it's a hospital, okay, mark that one off. Or if it's like, the dealer's been there forever, say we call that same name, same location, then it's one we mark off. Then we go on our road trips, we stop by, and generally we just cold call, because like unfortunately in today's environment, like when you call places, they tend to kind of blow you off, and when you show up in person, they don't generally do that. So we generally cold call and go in, and then our hit rate isn't super high, but we're still buying NOS, still finding signs of that stuff. So, and it's fun, on a road trip. It's just fun to get off the road a little bit and do some fun stuff. I did a couple with Jamie when he came back with you from Minnesota last year. So
Yeah, Rooster, that was literally on tractor data. I mean, that's fair, but still. David says, Tom's tractor starts and has tires and rims that won't kill him. And McLovin says he can sell you a tractor. He has a great selection of Kubotas. Yes, he does.
do you?
Yeah.
Talk to
He
me.
does. He works at a dealership.
Do you? Oh,
Chris
okay.
is legitimately still removing blades of your field from the LeBaron's undercarriage. You're welcome, buddy.
By the way, that was not me. That was this guy.
Not that time. I'm the other way. Point the other way. No, that's totally wrong.
This guy.
No, I'm over here.
This guy. I don't know which way it is. This guy.
Yes, Tom needs to sell merch to fund his racetrack. Yeah, we need to get the dirt track going for multiple reasons, not least of which is I'm about to own a Twin H Hudson Hornet, the original, the dirt track racer. So let's go. Hard Rock Vermont says your channel is my favorite new channel. New sub here. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Are you holding the base in that picture? Yeah, it's P-base. Nice.
Dirt track, yes, please.
McLovin plans to drive Llama Barn to Aberdeen. Yes, can't wait. Robert Fitch would gladly bring his Valiant to Aberdeen for an event. Hell yeah!
I keep on threatening to host one here. Honestly, my place is way better suited than Jamie's because I actually have room and like it's closer to everyone. But
here's what needs to happen. You need to just tell me, okay, we're doing this weekend, and then I will be there.
Yeah. Well, honestly, what I was trying to do was the Walter P. Chrysler. I can't talk. Sorry. Had their show this year, and it was actually in Chehalis, Centralia, like 15 miles down the road. And I actually contacted the dude. I'm like, hey, you guys are planning stops. Like the head of the organization contacted me and said, hey, contact this guy so they can have a stop at your place. I emailed him 4 times and he never responded to me. And almost what I was thinking is like, hey, we could have them here, have another group with Jamie here, but they never got back to me. So, and I wasn't going to volunteer for it without like, hearing back from them, which is kind of dumb. So
Carnivore Customs with the question, does the 65 Valiant have the blackout behind the grill? Absolutely. Does depend on the color. If it's a super dark color, then they didn't bother. Like that brown Duster does not have it, actually. And you can see it through the grill, so I'm kind of surprised by that. But it's a darker color. Mm-hmm. And so it doesn't. But yeah, yes, it would. My 63 did. Yes. Josh Jesh is in the house. How's it going, Josh?
Hey, Josh.
Hunter Friedman said, real estate or POS cars, tough call. I know. They're both equally sound investments. It's an ongoing problem.
Yep. Old Iron says, my conspiracy theory is that the only reason crew cabs existed from 63 to 85 is because of the Air Force. They ordered a lot. They
sure ordered a lot of them.
Well, yeah. I'll tell you what, like this is true, and I've mentioned this in some of my cop car videos, but there's a lot of cars from like 62 to 65 that only existed because of the California Highway Patrol. Right. Like when they redesigned the C-body Dodge in 65, they made that Dodge a 122-inch wheelbase. And they made it the 122-inch wheelbase because that was the minimum spec for CHP. They were ordering between 900 to 1,200 cars a year. That was a significant bump to their bottom line for production of that car. And then all the other agencies would buy what CHP bought. So they would sell thousands and thousands of cars a year for that. So like if the Air Force bought a certain number of crew cabs a year and they made them, that would not surprise me at all if they bought a couple thousand a year. So
sorry, I'm still kind of back in the comments a bit. Scott DeForge said grid video on the brown Duster today. Thank you very much. That video did do well. Thank Jesus. I've had a string of suckers lately.
Dude, it's so cyclical. It's so funny how that works.
It's how it works. And it's summer, you know, people have better things to do than sit around and watch my videos. And you know, it is what it is. Yes. Twin H. What did,
that's what you said.
Yeah. Hot Shoe said, you know, you have to name a Twin H Hornet Doc, right? I will literally, I think it's already crappy black and rust. I want to either redo the crappy black or keep it how it is and just put the fabulous Hudson Hornet on the side. It'd be awesome. Chris knows it was me that drifted the 85 or whatever it was in a field. I did do a video on that. Yeah, Plymouth on Plywood will go to Aberdeen if he's not working. Yeah, he's all over the place. Dave Freeman is fashionably late. Yes. Are you going to come to the Aberdeen Dead Dodge Garage meet that isn't scheduled yet? No, Jeff Militich, no Turbo Duster. That was my original plan, but it's Turbo Valiant or Johnny Grasso. Wait, you make videos? Wait, you guys are getting paid? Ugh. I will not be going to Woodburn again. I did it once. I'm good. Mark M says you need to have a part sale the same day as the DDG event.
My brother's mentioned that a couple times. That's not a terrible idea, honestly.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Well, I am way behind on comments. My goodness.
I'm everywhere. Okay, yeah, Old Iron. Those are the numbers I just found. 48 engine horsepower, 31 PTO horsepower. 641 for diesel. I couldn't verify if it was a 641 or another model, but it's something like that. I went through a bunch of, I tried to figure it out. That was the closest I could come up with, but I kind of thought it was a different series number just looking at the suspension, but I don't know. Russ Beater Stereolix, when are you going to do the total redneck flex of putting a luxury car body on a high riding 4x4 frame? Never, but I am going to put a PD Cruiser on one, but it won't be 4x4 anymore. So that's a different thing. Robert Fish can't type today. Yes, Tom's Place is closer for about everybody. It's centrally located. It's ideal.
It really is.
Josh sent me $10. Thank you, Josh, and said that Duster reminds me of Al Bundy's Dodge. The fact that I got through that entire video without ever mentioning Al Bundy or the TV show Duster until the very end when I was editing this morning and realized that I had omitted that, it boggles the mind.
I'll tell you what, like 9 times out of 10, like I have the video like uploaded and I'm like, go to upload to YouTube. Then I'm like, I forgot 130-second segment I meant to do. Every time. Every time.
There's no way to get around it. Like you're going to, yeah. Yes, Todd Denio, that was a typo from Hot Shoe there. He wrote oops, Twin H further down. I'm sure you saw that. Chris asked way back in the stream what tonight's libations are. For me, it's the Two Towns Cosmic Crisp. I still had a Marion Berry, but I wanted to mix it up. And I believe Tom is drinking a Lemon's Bribe.
Yep.
Or was it just left over? I don't remember.
No, it's Lemon's Bribe.
It was a bribe.
Ended up in the shop fridge. So I
Yeah.
had Frame, but I left it over my friend's last night after the barbecue. So I don't have any in the fridge right now. So
David, I'm not 75 minutes from I-5. I'm an hour from I-5.
It's really funny. My wife's going to be having a trial out in Aberdeen in the next week or two here, and she's like, "Oh, it's only 45 minutes." I'm like, "It's an hour."
It's if you drive fast, it's 51 minutes.
Yeah, it's an hour.
Old Iron did a lot of research to figure out what my tractor is. That's funny.
Well, the thing is, I had an older tractor that was bigger and way more powerful. But the problem is, like, literally every time I did the field, something would break on it, and it was like I had to get a new line or a new hose. And it was
you were here when one of my hydraulic hoses exploded all over. On you, I believe.
Dude, I don't think I've ever jumped back that fast in my life. It was like the hose was coming straight up my head. Yep. I'm just like, ugh.
Yep, that was a good time. Alan has replaced every hose on that tractor except the ones down at the bucket. They looked like they were already new. Gary Hergert wants to know, are we doing a meetup at Rocket or waiting for 100K? I don't know.
Unclear.
Instructions unclear. Scott DeForge. Dare I ask, did you get the head off Perky? No.
If you haven't seen a video of it, Jamie,
it didn't happen.
It, so.
You will know as soon as something happens. I'm so disgusted with that. It's shoved off to the side. And my hope is if I ignore it for a while and then go back to it, it'll just go boop. I have heard from experienced Perkins technicians in the comments who said get plastic wedges, not steel, obviously. Get plastic wedges, drive them in there, and it should go. So I will probably try that.
The other thing, and Jamie's mentioned this in comments in the videos, but like Jamie has a deadline on several projects right now. So like those have to get done. Like he's got to get the Dart Sport done. We have literally 5 engines at Rocket right now that need to get finished. He's got 2 pretty much done, but there's still 3 more to do. So it's like there's a lot on his plate right now, and he's trying to get the Barracuda done for maybe going to No Name. So like Jamie's got a lot to do in the next month and a half. So
David said, Scott, just don't. I get filthy when someone simply mentions Perky. That was a long week that day that we did that. Johnny Grassa, PT Cruiser on a 4x4 Dakota frame? No, it's a 78W100 frame. I just happen to have it, so that was the right one to use. Okay, yeah, 601 series 641s are just the most common. If it's a 5-speed, it's a 4-speed. Excuse me.
Well, that's cool. Dizzy said he's cleaning out his dad's place I inherited. I found 2 Chrysler watches he got on his 10th and 20th year anniversary. He retired from the Dodge Fenton plant in '96. That is super cool.
Nice.
I love old Chrysler stuff like that, like old trinkets and stuff from back in the day.
That's awesome.
Dan Rose asked, how's the parts business going along? Any first-gen Dakota parts? We're still moving. We've done 5 trips so far, I think. And I've got probably 3 or 4 more. I haven't unloaded the last one. I'm not sure when I'm going back up there next. There's definitely some 80s stuff, but that stuff's a lot less organized than the muscle car stuff because honestly, he didn't care about it. So, but I'm currently I'm actually working with a friend of mine who's like really good at computers and stuff. I'm actually going to try to do some AI stuff with like translating the parts book descriptions into a description people can actually search. AI is actually really good at that. So if you have like, P69 is 1969 Plymouth Fury. You can have it be like, okay, if it's a 69P, do 1969 Plymouth Fury, Fury 1, Fury 2, Fury 3, Sport Fury VIP. So I can try to like expand those out, and then I'm gonna get my new web store up here pretty soon, hopefully. So I need to do merch too at some point. So
you do. Vincent Friesen, and I think this question's been asked a couple times. I apologize. I did see it once and then I accidentally skipped over it. Have a 68 Roadrunner ignition problem. 440, new coil, new module, new resistor, new plugs. Can't get a spark. So in my big classic Chrysler ignition systems video, I cover the tests to do there. You've got you should get what's called a test spark, or what I call a test spark. When you turn the key on and off, you should get 1 spark out of the coil. If you get that, but you get nothing when it cranks, you have a bad distributor pickup. There are other possibilities. Make sure you actually have power to your ignition. Mark M is here in the comments, and he just messaged me yesterday or today. yesterday, I think, about a firing and dying issue in his coronet, which doesn't even have a ballast resistor anymore. He's got either a key switch or a wiring problem. So these are things I go over in that video. I recommend you watch it. I give you all the tests you need right there. And Tad Day said, video on the Duster today. Great information. Thank you. Question, did I see that it only has 6,000 miles on it? It has absolutely rolled over.
Yeah.
I don't, it's well maintained, but it absolutely has higher miles. I don't know actually what they are. But you could just look at the seat cover and you know it's done some driving.
It's definitely not 6,000.
Yep.
Our Dave Carr says I need that Monaco.
Which one?
The one at the auction, the 67. I've been obsessing about for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
If that was $1,000, I'd be high bidder right now. But it's just
right.
It's also an 11-hour drive to go get it. So
power wagons are about as tough as trucks come. I love power wagons, all of them. These ones, and then the tin grills, swept lines.
Oh wow, Paul Wilcutt. My mother-in-law back in the day had an old Mass State Police Coroner's black Polaro wagon with a 440 4-barrel and dual exhaust. When my wife and I were dating, they had some nuts for a win.
Did they have 63 Dodge 330 cop cars? No, weren't all cop cars full size in that time? No. Maybe someone's.
No, they had police package cars. In fact, Washington State Patrol ran 62 Darts.
Washington did. I knew that.
Yep. I mean, they weren't as common as the full-size cars. Most of the B-bodies were city cars.
Right.
But 62 was such a weird year.
Yeah, and they were 361s, right?
Yeah, 361 4-barrels, yep.
Ranch Tom has a story about his parents had one of those.
Yep. Yeah, you cannot get a 383 and a B-body in 62. They didn't allow it. So there was something about hierarchy, prices, and yeah.
Yeah. Oily fans made it. How's it going? Michael Furlan is in the house. How's it going, man? What's good? What's new? Patrick Radcliffe said DDG open house and fire sale. I don't want to do an open house. I don't want to host anything here. First off, parking.
Yeah, he doesn't have much parking there.
Yeah, parking. It would be really tough. Will C is in the house. How's it going, Will? McLovin says, Two Towns is great. Made less than 5 miles from my house. That's awesome. The Aberdeen meetup is fully theoretical. It could happen. I just, it's not in the plan. It is not on the calendar. Old Iron is very much into tractors. I knew that.
We should just do like a Cars and Coffee or something in a mall. That's probably easier.
We should do that. Why haven't we done that yet? Hard Rock Vermont said, any drag racing content coming? Yes, I hope so. But none of my drag racers are ready. God willing, I will have the Dart Sport at Bremerton next Friday for a test and tune. The last test and tune of the year, I think. Or no. They'll have one in September. But it was, yeah. Hopefully that will work.
Dan Tupper said he wasn't sure about the gas tank. Maybe same as short bed power wagon chassis. I have no idea. I don't know. So
I don't know either. The short bed power wagon one that I had just went to Alan. Alan's was cracked. I mean, we could certainly look and see if it fits in there. The problem is we don't have the old tank to compare to because it was literally in pieces. So we have nothing to go on.
Yep.
Snowmonk's in the house. DDG and Rocket. What a treat. How's it going? The Plymouth Perkins is a P4C. That's the car version, high speed P4. It is not an L4, which was, I believe, more common. Did you get perky off the head? Nice. McLovin's still working on the rye whiskey. Bottle's almost done. Jamie, has anyone asked if you got the head off perky yet? Get out of here. Remember the Chrysler boats? Yes, I do. My friend has one. And a spare engine. Will non-Mopar vehicles be allowed at the Aberdeen event? No, Dave's car is not a muscle car. Don't give him delusions. Early Barracudas are not muscle cars.
Where did I...
Plymouth on Plywood would sport a rocket shirt. You do cool stuff. I am planning to print some for him. And by print them, I mean just put them in my web store so people can buy them.
I had some made a couple years ago, but honestly, they didn't hold up that well. So
no, mine has no letters left on it. You can just see the ghost of where it said Rocket Restoration.
Mine's gone too. I watched it 4 or 5 times and it was gone. So
yeah. Hunter Freeman, I have never done an overhaul myself on a Mopar power steering box. I don't think I could. I mean, I know I could, but I don't want to. I don't know anything about them. I knew they had them in 64. There's one at Rocket right now. 64 Dodge WSP. Or is it? Or no, that's California car, isn't it? No, the black one?
No, well, the blue one. 64.
Oh, yeah,
64 Dodge 330, yeah.
Sorry, I forgot how many you have.
Yeah, but by the way, a little backstory on that one. But I should probably do a video on that car too. I got to get my Hearst out in the next couple weeks here, so that one's probably gonna go outside. I should do a video on that because I think it'll do pretty well. That was a car that I found in Yakima like 25 years ago, and basically every time I was in Yakima, I stopped, knocked on the guy's door. One day, actually, one of the windows was broken, so I actually gave him a window for it. And then my brother decided to go over there one day, knocked on his door. The guy thought it was me, and then sold it to my brother.
Right.
Yeah.
Good times.
Yeah, so my brother's an asshole, if you all didn't know. So, McLovin, you need a newer Kubota free of sales tax from Morgan.
Yeah.
I'm open to that. Like I've been looking at used ones, but sometimes having a new one is not necessarily a bad thing. So I don't know. We traded my other one.
Yeah, you little baby John Deere.
Mm-hmm. It's a good tractor. It's just not big enough for me.
Yeah, so. No, it's. I knew the moment I saw it. I didn't know why you bought that because it's just. Not.
I bought it. The other one was breaking constantly. I found that in a estate sale. I got a really good deal on it. And then I showed up and I'm like, this thing isn't as big as I thought it was.
V8 4-speed equals muscle car? Well, technically it should be a big block and a mid-size. It really depends on your definition of muscle. The conventional definition, no. Philip Genovese dropped in. Howdy, Jamie. How do you still have hair after the 440 build? Dude, it is seriously thinning. And there are grays everywhere. You can't see them on camera, luckily. David says, needs a neutral site. Maybe the abandoned nuke plant. Dude, that would be sick, actually. To have it up there.
That would actually be a really good place to do
beautiful it. Up there. We might have to have a conversation with them first.
Have like a takeover.
Yeah, be awesome.
Mm-hmm. We'll see. Asked Tom, do you have any history on the cop car you just got, the 61? Not a lot. My buddy, the guy I did the trade with, he found it over in Prosser, Washington, which is kind of central Washington, like probably 15, 20 years ago. It was going to get crushed in a wrecking yard. He couldn't see it crushed, so he saved it. I know it was Benton County, which is kind of the county right in the middle of Washington, and it was originally a big block car too. So.
Hold on. Does this even work? I don't know. Sure. I'm checking the internet to answer a question.
Have you got the hit off perky yet? Have you got the hit off perky yet? Have you got the hit off perky yet? Like 3 of them.
Nope.
Remember Chrysler boats? I kind of want a boat, but like for a year and then sell it. I want one of the 340 boats. That's what I want.
Yeah. Just to verify before I automatically said no, because I knew they didn't, Chris. No, there are no gas tanks on Rock Auto. The Olympic Gateway Plaza. Yeah. We used to have dart club meetings over there.
You had a dart club?
Yeah, we had dart club. You know about Dart Club? There weren't many darts in Dart Club. There was a Cornet, a Duster, 3 darts, I think. Oh,
are you not allowed to talk about it?
No. That's the first thing I was going to say, but then I decided not to.
I went there.
You did. Ron Armstrong just came over from Uncle Tony's. He wanted me to let you know nobody's watching you. Thank you, Ron. Appreciate that. Charles said, embrace the gray. Dick. Yeah, I have. Yeah, I was over in his live stream a bit ago. It was fun.
I'd love to go to No Name, but it's not going to happen this year. So
it still might, but I need the Barracuda. What was the? Sorry.
No, good.
There's no 64 New Yorker in your yard. There's a 64 Dodge 880.
I've got there's a 63 Chrysler Newport, which looks exactly like a 64. But
is it black?
No, it's white.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, that's not. I think he's talking about the 8080. Well.
Oh yeah, probably the CHP car. Yeah.
Anyway, he says it's better than the white neon in my video. How dare you, Brady? How dare you? Neon video is coming probably this next weekend. It's already half filmed.
That's way overdue.
Yep, it's half filmed. Spoiler, Alan put a fuel pump in and it runs. I burned up the starter because I'm a dumbass. Because my back hurt and I decided to move it with the starter. I had to get it out of the shop. And yeah.
Not so good.
Hard Rock, Vermont. Jamie, I have a few rock dings on my 21 Challenger Scat Hood. Touch up paint or does it devalue it? Just get a little pen. It's fine. Yes, you could totally trade in your tiny little baby John Deere.
Dr. Art's Rehab's on here. Hey, Doc.
How's it going, Dr. Art? What's good in the hood? Jeff Militich says a rocket shirt would give me something to wear while my DDG and Dale's Demon shirts are in the wash. I already have this image tattooed on my chest, but the shirt is useful for cold days. Our Dave Carr asked how the Sports Fury GT is coming.
The red one, I'm assuming.
Yes.
I did a video on it last weekend, so watch that video. You can get a nice update. Motor's back from the machine shop. We had to sleeve one cylinder because it wasn't going to clean up at 30 because the pitting was so bad. I have an appointment to get it dry ice blasted on August 18th, I think. Taken up to a place in Mukilteo, Washington, which is about an hour and a half north of me. They have a good rep. They have good reviews. And I'm really excited to do that. I'm going to try to film as much of that as I can. So, all right, I got about 5 minutes left, and I got to go. My family just got home. My wife was making freezer meals all day, and I kind of feel guilty. She was working for the family all day, and I haven't helped her at all. So,
Roger.
Definitely. So,
Alan, you only slightly got thrown under the bus. We don't think that tank would actually fit the Warlock because they're supposedly different.
Yeah.
And a question from Snow Monk. 727 leak. New shift shaft seal. Confirmed good install. I feel a worn shift shaft is the culprit. Common issue. I've never seen it. And did you do the little inner seal between the two parts of the shaft? Because apparently that's common too. It's not. They never finished it. It just, there were cooling towers, but they never actually finished the plant install. It's fine.
Tom would be a good guy to talk to about that, actually. I think he knows a lot of the people up there. He was very involved with that. So
Yes, he was. Yeah, he'd know exactly who to call, probably.
Yep.
Russ Peters Derrick said, in my area, all the hobby tractors are Ford Jubilee, 8N, or 9N. So what I have bears a strong resemblance to, I believe, to the N series, the 8N and the 9N. But it's not.
Brady Dog says, don't let the GTX go cheap. A lot of work, but very desirable mode part. The problem is, what's it worth? Like, it's really hard to value a car like that. That's so rusty. I mean, obviously it has a lot of good parts on it, but what's cheap? I mean, is it $10,000 car? Probably not. Is it a $2,000 car? Probably not.
No,
so is it somewhere in between there? And I don't know where. That's
$3,295.
Somebody offered me 4 today, so that's kind of the base.
That's realistically like what I would expect. And again, like you said in the video, just do the math on the parts. Like, it's that easy. But let that $4,000 offer person see it in person and make sure.
Like, he was here today, so I was going about the DeSoto. So
cool.
Yeah. No, I told.
I think that's what it needs to be.
Same thing. I've had Evan's truck on Facebook for 2 months. I told people, they keep on offering me $500 for it. I'm like, you need to come see it first. And then I've had 3 people come out and they all walked away. So
at $500?
Yeah.
It sucks. The seats are already gone. I might just have to take it home.
Well, I've talked to Evan about it. What we're going to do is I'm going to relist it at 600 firm. And if it doesn't sell, we're just going to part it out. So this is way too much. I mean, a good running 318 transmission, 4-wheel drive, it's worth more than that to us. And it's got good wiring. And
parting out.
McLovin said a rocket shirt with the rocket blue letters on the back. I was going to say that.
Yeah. The Chrysler dealership letters. Yeah.
That would be pretty cool.
Gary Herger says he means the Manual J, but the Manual J isn't black.
Yeah, it's red or maroon.
It's very much not black. McLovin is only 4 years older than me, and his beard and the sides of his head are gray. He blames his previous employment. Yeah, I could see that.
Okay, did I just miss this? Alan said, did I just get thrown on the bus?
No, I read that a bit ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, but again, we don't think that tank would actually fit.
Yes.
I don't know if it's worth looking at your old tank if you still have it to just see if it's anywhere close, because if it is, we could find that tank.
I mean, it's probably fine.
Yeah. His is cracked, but at least for an example.
Well, at least I can see if it would fit,
Right. That's what I'm saying. Todd Denayo saw a cricket the other day. Nice. A cricket wagon, excuse me. That's cool. Old Iron, when I get the head off Perky, I will still not play Freebird. Birdie Dog says my comment section was AI. I have no idea what you're talking about. Dry ice won't clean the inside. No, we're not trying to clean the inside. We're not chemical dipping it. We're not painting that car. It's being preserved, Robert.
Yeah, we're going to dry ice blast it, which basically
just
is
to clean the underside.
Super low pressure, no residue, and it's going to clean off all the dirt. So there's like scale rust all over the bottom of it. It won't clean off rust, but it'll clean off all the loose rust. And then all of the grease, all of the dirt, all the mold in the engine compartment, it will clean all of that up, basically. So
the fact that Gary Hergert had never driven a 3 on the tree before really surprises me.
I think he said he did it once, like in high school, and like this clapped out swept line pickup, but it had been like 20 years. So
nice.
Yeah.
Brian Magnifici, I don't know, probably hopefully the first one, said, thank you for doing this podcast. Happy to do it, Brian. Thanks for watching.
By the way, I've been talking, I didn't mean to talk to Jamie with this. I've been brainstorming, trying to do like some interviews with Mopar people, because I actually know a lot of people. I've been thinking about trying to do that. The problem is like having a consistent day to do it is very hard for me with children and sports and everything. So,
right.
But I've had several people say they're willing to jump on with me. I've been debating what to do that, but I don't know if you guys would watch that or not, but like maybe make them into podcasts too, but I don't know. Just something I've been thinking about kicking around.
Interesting, Snow Monkey. I've never seen one with a groove there. I don't know if that is available new or not. The shift shaft. But, I mean, there are bajillion 727s on Earth, so you should be able to find one somewhere.
Yeah, not hard. I got a question on mine. Tom, in a 70s A or B body, if you upgraded the sway bars, would you recommend a thicker bar at the front or at the rear, or bars of equal thickness? How would you match torsion bars and shocks? That's kind of a loaded question. You don't want to go huge on the back. In fact, I think rear sway bars are a bit overrated. I don't think they do that much unless you're doing autocross. They don't really do anything. Just
they
go
do
with
something.
Yeah,
the front is much more important.
Yeah, I mean, unless you're doing autocross, I wouldn't worry about a rear bar. Just it depends what you want to do. Are you doing Canyon Carver? You drive it on the road? Are you gonna autocross it? Like, generally what I do is like we're just about to do this to Laurel's Dart. She's got a she does shipping here at Rocket. She's got a 74-door, slant 6 Dart. We're going to do a Hellwig's front sway bar. We're going to upgrade the torsion bars from 0.87 to 0.92s and do the front end and the steering box. And that thing is going to be a new car when we're done with it. So it's going to do everything she needs to do. So
Jeff Hutchins was in a dart club, but they threw them. Also, Hunter Freeman said, Uncle Tony is a great place for info. I really enjoy his channel too. Me too. I watch all his stuff. Mostly. Bumdy gave up on the propane build. Love me some LPG. Yeah, it sucked. That's why he gave up on it. It was interesting, but it just sucked. It is what it is.
Mexican spec. Uncle Tony must be done.
Yes. Welcome. Everybody coming over from Tony's. Thanks for being here.
See where I'm at. Okay, I need to get off this.
It's been 5 minutes. Yeah, you probably need to go.
Still at 13,995. So close.
If you haven't subscribed to Rocket Restorations, you should go do that. I need 5 of you to go do that.
Yep, just so I can hit 14,000. All right, everybody, it's fun hanging out. I got to go help my family out. My wife's been cooking meals for me all day. I need to go help her put them away and go eat dinner with my family. I will talk to you guys soon.
All right, see you later. Bye. That was Tom with Rocket Restorations, and I need at least 5 people to go subscribe to him for various reasons. I don't, does it? Oh, right. It doesn't give the actual number. It just says 13.9. Anyway, Johnny Grassa said dry ice is a slow process. Yes, they said it would take 3 days. Hard Rock Vermont is out. Something about going to sleep or something, I think, or eating dinner. I don't know. I forget. But anyway, thanks for being here. Appreciate that. Yes, the Sport Fury is a very cool project. Everybody's excited to see it. Uh-huh. Couple comments between Alan and Bell James. Yes, he just drove the 300 to Rocket again the other day. He's put a lot of miles on that car. It's going really good. Brady Dog asks, how do you find a 75 Duster with no rot on it? So that car is not rust free, and I meant to show the little bit of rust that it has. Wow, Tom already hit 14,000. You're welcome, by the way. Thanks everybody that went and subscribed to Tom. And also the way the shared live streaming thing works is even though he's no longer here, I am still live on his channel. So anyway, yeah, it's not rust free. It's rust light for sure. It does have quarter rust like the rest of them do. It actually has a couple spots in the rocker on the passenger side and the bottom at the split between the quarter and the rocker. And then it has a couple very small spots in the floor. But overall, it is a very, very solid car. I enjoy this a lot. Rust Beaters Derelicts. Mentioned to a friend about heads being stuck on a Perkins. He asked which model Alice Chalmers it was in. Chalmers, whatever, however you say that. Matt McCormick. Is it sacrilegious to clone a 70 Cornet into a Super B like this one? Just interested in your guys' opinion. I don't mind clones if it's for your own entertainment. I actually made a whole video about this. Like, if that's what you want, if you want the scoops and the stripes and the badges, like, more power to you. You know, it's the same car. To me, it is all the same sheet metal. It's the same car. Little numbers on the fender tag don't bug me, you know, if they're different. Now, if you're trying to sell it and advertise it as being a Super B when it isn't, I have a problem with that. But otherwise, no big deal. Also, purple 1970 Coronet. I know where there's one of those. My driveway soon enough. Jeff R., are you disappointed Perky's head removal hiccup is preventing you from cruising Morning Orange to gigs like a Bluesmobile? Yes, I really wanted to take it to our last show, but I couldn't. Sad. Very, very sad. Brady Dog, my chin is not at all sweaty with the beard. We don't get that here. We get like a week's worth of days over 80 degrees, if that, every year. Like, it's fine. You'll love to see it. Everyone's saying bye to Tom. Alan has done many propane conversions. Wow. Tom left as soon as Barracuda turned up. Very true. He had to go see his family or something. Dizzy Izzy is out of here. Dizzy Izzy, a name I haven't seen for a while. I recognize it from a while back. Something about a really cool 65 Valiant build. Now that Tom's checked out, feel free to pick up a guitar. Yeah. Haven't been doing intro tunes, primarily because I'm always late, but also because I'm out of ideas. Whatever, doesn't matter. Never played that before. It just came to me. Alan, Peter Dollery asked if Alan has a channel. No, he does not. If he did want to start his own channel, you know I would pimp the crap out of it. But he is happy helping me with videos and contributing to the channel every now and again, which I really appreciate. Oh, Tumbleweed77, I meant to say hi, but Tumbleweed has now left. So good night. McLovin would like to clone his Coronet into a Super B someday. I would like to clone your Coronet into a Super B someday, but I'll have to settle for the purple one. Yeah, big difference in price. Absolutely. Yes, compared to most, that Duster is rust-free. It is certainly rust-light. Take Perky on the ramp truck. Too big. Ron Armstrong asked, how goes the real estate funding? It doesn't. I still haven't sold the Charger. We'll get there. I hope. Plymouth on Plywood is bummed out by most of the satellites being turned into Roadrunner clones. You know, Yeah. I'm not bummed out by it. Yeah. Piggy's up. Keith Hill asks if I've ever tried playing The Weight by the band. Rolling the Nazareth. No. Where did you go? This is why we can't have nice things. I bet that pic's gone forever. I rolled into Nazareth, was feeling about a half-assed dead. Nah, that ain't it. That's it. Need to find some place where I can lay my head. I don't think that's actually how you play that. Oh, yeah, I got to play something Aussie. Yes. The heaviest guitar not only in Aberdeen, but in the entire world. Yes. Paul Wortman liked and participated. Thanks. Everybody wants to hear Lola. Bill Mize is out on business. Have a great night. See you later, Bill. Thanks for being here. Appreciate that. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know till's the time, Paul. And my Strat's all the way over there now. Don't know that either, Glenn. Oof. Whether it's a clone or not, they'll still look good together. What? Is it a Mopar if you go dodge under the hood? Asks Hunter. I don't know. Honorary, I guess. You know, but again, the thing is, like, I don't know how to explain this. The difference between the two is some numbers and some bits that are screwed on. So if you screw on the bits to make the car that you want, what's wrong with that? I don't think anything is wrong with that. Barracuda has never felt very comfortable with the 70 Cornet front. I didn't either until I saw McLovin's car, and then I realized I actually loved it, and then I got one. Alan has been bombing around in the 79-300, blasting CCR on 8-track. Yeah, the pickup in the sound hole is the worst. And it's tiny on this guitar and half blocked by a pickup. It actually fell on the ground, and when I just lifted my arm to point at the guitar, it was stuck to my arm like that. Hilarious. Which car show is the channel crashing this summer, Jamie? We got to get a meet and greet together. I would like to do that. I don't know. I'm kind of, sort of hoping to get to No Name still. I just don't know if it's actually going to happen. Yeah, Scott DeForge. That's exactly my feeling on it. Clones are cool as long as you don't try to pass them off as real. What does it mean if your Daytona has XX before the VIN number? That it's a Daytona, I think. I like plain cars too, but, you know, that's Roadrunners as well. No is all he said. Play the piano. Money-wise, what would it take to bring back the GTX? Dude, so much. So much. We're talking frame rails, quarters, A-pillars, K-frame. A lot. A lot. It needs everything. That's a lot of money. Russ Peter Steroic said something about baking soda electrolysis to remove the rust holding the studs on. I've had that recommended. I don't think I'm going to. Yeah, if you wanted to restore that car right, Brady Dog, I'm in agreement. 75 to 100K, maybe more. I love P90s. P90s are the best. Tim Jefferson loves the 70 Cornet front end because it's unsettling. I always thought it was weird, but it's really grown on me. I don't know how to explain that, but I think it's cool now. What McLovin likes about a clone is that you can drive it and not feel like you might ruin a $50,000 plus car. How do you think I feel every time I drive my Charger? And that's not an RT. Yeah. Ed Carr, in 67, with the arrival of the RT Cornet, I've seen two quite knowledgeable people say only the 440 or Hemi were your engine choices. For the 68 Cornet, for the 68 Charger RT, that is 100% correct. You could have a 444 barrel or a 426 Hemi with dual quads. Those were your only options. Cornet RT, I don't know that to be fact, but it sounds right, so sure. That's exactly what I'm saying. And that's exactly the video that I made. Hunter Freeman, my buddy's 68 Barracuda was ordered with bucket seats. Floors are rust free, but they are cracking at the welds for the bucket seat mount pads. My Barracuda has cracks in the floor just like that. I'm just going to weld them up. The Demon has a crack in the floor under the driver's seat as well. Catman! Yeah. I don't know about metal for the 71 GTX. Did you know you cannot get quarters for a 70 Coronet? It might become a problem. That's funny. Nolan says every 70 Coronet two-doors is Super B to me. This is what I'm saying, and I've tried to explain this at various points, and I don't know if it's really like made sense. It is the same car. It is the same car. So you're saying there's a chance. Hot Shoe says I need a really big induction heater or furnace to get the head off Berkey. I tried my small induction heater on the studs. I got some moving. The problem was it kept tripping its internal temperature breaker thingy. And so I'd have to let it cool down for 5 minutes, and then I'd go again for 2 minutes, and it would trip again, and I gave up. And then we pushed it out of the spot. It's maddening. We'll get it someday. Catman says, I'm using a Gibson vintage P90 and an SG right now. I switched to that guitar reluctantly, but I love it now. So that's funny. My SG's here. I switched to the Gibson SG. I got a deal on it, but I started using it instead of my Epiphone Korean Les Paul because of the weight. I love the tone of that thing, but it is so damn heavy. Well, recently, I got a newer Chinesey Epiphone Les Paul, and I was not all that excited about it. It's black. Yeah, it's cool. It didn't have a pickguard. I added that. I put the factory knobs back on, and I just changed the bridge pickup. This is a 70s or early 80s Ibanez pickup, and it is friggin' hot. I A-B'd this today with my old Les Paul and with my SG, which has PAF, reproduction PAFs. This is way better. So this is my favorite now. The SG is still great. I love the SG. I love the look of it. It's a faded with gold hardware, but the Les Paul sounds better. I want to get one of those, what do they call that? The Les Paul Tribute. It doesn't have binding, and it has P90s. I want to get one of those in a gold top. I've loved those since they announced them. So cool. Okay, Ed Carr says the standard motor for the 67 Cornet RT was 383 Magnum. I was going to mention that as an option, but I didn't want to be wrong. So that would be the only other option, I'm sure. Charger RT, you could not get the 383 on the RT. You could get it on a standard Charger. That's actually what my brother's Charger was. It was a 69 base Charger. I believe his was a White Hat Special and 383 Magnum. Not an RT. Nice. There is an abandoned mall. They have blocked the parking lot. That mall was recently sold. There used to be import meats over there all the time, and they blocked the parking lot. If you go on my channel into my shorts, I've never made very many of them. Gary Hergert says Cornet RT was not available with the 383. Even in 67? 67? Definitely no 383 Magnum? Was that even a thing in 67? Now that I think about it. Anyway, if you go on my channel into my shorts, there is a short of me drifting or doing donuts in my 69 GTXs or 440s. 446 wasn't that only available in the Super B lift-off hood, whatever that is? Why can I not remember the code for that? Whatever. There's a short of me drifting doing donuts in my Cobra replica in that mall parking lot. But it's blocked off now. Super B was not as much of a stripper as a Roadrunner. Super Bs came with Rally Dash, standard. They were not A12, not A10, A12. A12. They were not as much of a stripper as the Roadrunner. Bolt Thrower, yo Jamie, just rewatched your Hemi Swap Challenger videos. Did you and Tom ever come up with a Hemi Swap package to offer? Basically, the labor was like 20 grand, and we don't even know on the parts to do that. To build it nice. So we had a bunch of inquiries. We kind of talked about, we talked numbers with the people that were interested. We never had a single person go, okay, I'm in. So, yeah. Yes. 71 Roadrunner GTX. Believe in Yourself says, I just realized 71 GTX body is the same wheelbase as the Challenger Hellcat. I did not know that. Very interesting. Robert Lee, compare a 59 Coronet and a 69 Coronet front end. Don't. 59s are weird. End of Time says, I'm running a 1980 Super Distortion in the bridge. These have letters on the back. I don't remember what they are. Anyway. Oh, cool. Neil Zimmerman creating a 71 Super B clone from a 71 Charger SE. No shame. Absolutely. I want a 71 Super B. Those are cool cars. Very cool cars. Yes, the white hat specials. I had that on my list of video ideas a long time ago because people always think that means a white vinyl top. It absolutely does not. If you look at the white hat special ads, they tell you that it includes a vinyl top in white or black or tan, I think. I don't remember. White hat special was in reference to the white hat from the Dodge ads, not a white roof. Yes, the Extreme Fun Center closed, unfortunately. Alas. Alas. Hunter Freeman. Bottom two spots for light bulbs in the dash were missing. All others were there. Are these two needed to complete the dash light circuit? No, that's not how they're wired. They're all in parallel. Yeah, I love humble cars. I show them, feature them, extol their virtues all the time. I know exactly what you're saying. But the 70 Coronet, that looks like it wants to party. And satellites, I don't know. Like, I'm not going to build a Roadrunner clone, but I understand when people do. Yes, White Hat Special was a package. It had a bunch of the most popular options included at a vastly discounted price to move cars late in the year. Did you think I didn't know that? The top was included. Oh, God. What else was included? I think it was deluxe wheel covers, beltline molding, a radio or something. It was just a handful of popular options, all in one package for a discounted price. Oh, Plymouth Pie would never get to go. He never got to have extreme fun. I think they have a couple other ones. The Aberdeen one is gone, yeah, as of last August. Maybe it was only this one. I thought they had another one. Oh, no. Here we go. Yeah. Wasilla, Alaska. Funny enough. Kenai, Alaska. Those are the only other two, I guess. Wow. I thought they had more. You said it was a white hat. Yeah, and that it didn't mean white vinyl top. That's what I was saying. The Bengals were in 1968, Paul. The Bengal Charger. I don't know if they did anything else, but the Bengal Charger was a 68. That was the one non-RT Charger that came with a black stripe. In 68, at least. And they also had a special badge, and apparently they had an orange tail panel. I did not know. This one doesn't. No, that... Tom did a video on them. I wonder if the one in his video had an orange tail panel. This one does. The one that sold at Mecum. I don't know about that, but anyway. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, it was a dealer thing for, yeah. Yep, that. Yep. Oh, yeah. Driveway Misfits has the t-shirt with the white hat special magazine ad. Yes, I've seen those. Very cool. Plymouth on Plywood is now planning a road trip to Alaska to have extreme fun. Nice. Excuse me. Yep, that's funny. Yeah, McLovin said Tom did a video on it before I, excuse me again, said that. And he posted a link to it. Chris bought stock in Target. Now he's secretly a billionaire. Nice. You want to sponsor the channel or what? Lightbulb Fun is just dropping in to say, I love the Plymouth Savoy diesel taxi. Very much looking forward to seeing more on that. Yes, Perky. We were just talking about Perky a little bit ago. Oof. My neck is not happy about life, as usual. I'm looking forward to more on Perky, too. But the head is still seized on it right now, so it is what it is. Yes, there was a Western Sports Special as well. Mark's Barracuda is a Barracuda Sports Special, which is a different thing, but probably similar. Yeah. Hot Shoe bought stock in Commodore computers. That didn't work out so well. Can you legally buy dynamite in Washington? Great question. I know a guy who makes it. He's licensed to do so. 215 people hanging out, some of which are still on Tom's channel, like 20 of them, I think. Thanks for hanging out. I knew that's what you wanted dynamite for. I just knew it. If you haven't hit like on the stream, you should do that because it does stuff for the thing with the deal. Hello, Scooter in Vegas. What's good in the hood? Crashes Roadrunner Garage says that's a nice duster in the video. I've had a few myself. What is the best way to adjust the valves on the Slant 6? Well, you start by taking the valve cover off, and then you adjust the valves. You could do the firing order thing, 153624, rotate the crankshaft 90 degrees. Hold on, wait, is that math correct? No, it's not 90 degrees. Damn it. Whatever. Anyway, I always just rotate the engine and watch the valve movements and adjust the ones that are all the way down. Maybe that's just me. It gives some people a headache, but anyway. Barracuda finds the rear of 70 darts unsettling. And someone else just told me, who was that? They said, I like the 6789. Oh, it was Tom. Not that Tom, and not that Tom, the other Tom. Ellen's husband. Said, I don't like those late ones. I like the 67 to 69s, but those 70s, he might have even used the word unsettling. They really grew on me. I had a 70 when I was 20, and I really liked that car. And now that is actually my favorite. I have the 73 Scamp. It's got the tail end of a 70 Dart. Yeah, Plymouth on Plywood feels the same way about Exner cars. Used to not be a fan. Now they have really grown on me. Many of them have grown on me. Some of them, not so much. But yeah. My mom got me a Jeff Beck album quite some years back, and I listened to it and I never really got into it. What does it mean you think of the trade Tom made? I explained what I thought of that trade earlier in this video. 440 TNT, that's a C-body thing, Chrysler thing. Hey, a great trick to remember the firing order of the Slant 6? Sure, it's the same as every other inline 6 ever made. Not literally, but pretty much. 153624. 153624. It's pretty easy to remember that. I've played on a Commodore once. We didn't own one. We didn't own it, but some family friends had one. That was the sum total of my Commodore experience. We had Macintoshes. And then I got a 386 powered PC. And now we're here. Chili Willy says the Chalabushi is great. Yep. Snowmonk VX said, aside from my 727 leak, I finally got to cruise my 67 Charger with my dad's 66. Nice. I revived mine after a 30-year slumber with help from your videos. I'll throw a pic in the Discord because that exists. Yes, Snowmonk has joined us on the Discord, and if you haven't, you should. Where am I going to find this? Is it going to be in the subscriber rides or what? McLovin put up some pictures of the Valiant, no longer stuck at home. Very cool. Altera Smells put up some pictures of the work truck. Nice. That's sick. Oh, Jordan was at Woodburn this morning, and apparently there were a bunch of Mopars there. Nice. I definitely saw that demon last year. Ooh. A100 on the strip. Oh, I know this one. I've seen pictures of this one because a bunch of people thought that mine might be his repainted, but it's not. Very cool. Very cool indeed. A Ratty Valiant. Nice. A late tester. Nice. Here we go. Yeah. Snowmonk VX's Charger and Dad's car. That is so cool. It won't focus, but anyway, very cool. Congrats. I love the red. Nice. Oh, I believe, I could be wrong. Maybe it's more red than it looks in the picture, but that looks like that same color that's on that Coronet Tom bought. Yeah, it has to be. It's that cinnamony thing. Nice. Yeah, jealous. Ooh, and the black and white interior. Pretty cool. I mean, I like the ratty one too, but yeah, awesome. Patrick Kelly, is there a way to turn over Eastland 6 by hand? Doesn't appear to have a crank bolt. No, it does not. There are threads in there if you want to add one. You mean Jamie's Cornet. Yes, that's exactly what I mean. Okay, that's funny. Dan, who has changed his picture to have the DDG shirt. Very nice. Thank you. Just had extreme fun last weekend here in Wasilla. That's funny. That's why I said it was funny that it's there, because you're there. Yeah, anyway, turn over slant 6 by hand. Press on the V-belt and then turn the fan. I just did it on Ellen's. Scooter in Vegas is looking to buy another project car, narrowed down to 64 El Camino or 67 Charger. I'm obviously going to pick the Charger, but early El Caminos are pretty cool too. Yeah, Brady Dog, you weren't here. I liked the Barracuda, and that GTX is a rusty pile of GTX, but it's cool. Dean Stevenson is in the house. How's it going? The Dean machine. Jeff R., have you finished building stage props? Yes, just today. Anyone bitch about the banana yet? No, everyone thinks the banana is awesome. Yeah, I built the last thing we did. We finished these up on Wednesday. Were these bank teller boxes for Mary Poppins. There are 5 of those, and they wanted them to fold, so I made them fold, and they were too heavy to fold and cart around, and so today I made them not fold, and I put them on casters. Oh, I got another shot. Hold on. Here's the historic 7th Street Theater, and if you zoom in real close, they didn't have the 2 big pieces on stage, but there are the 5 bank teller boxes, if it'll focus and adjust the lighting. It probably won't. And then those 2 bed frames, I built those. Well, I didn't build them. I laid them all out, and then a team of volunteers helped build them. And then we did some giant display cabinet things for a storefront in the musical. Here, I did this part. I cut them all up and laid them out, figured them out, scaled them off the model, came up with all the pieces, and then volunteers mostly screwed them together. Anyway, yes, I have been building stage stuff. Mary Poppin' Wheelies. Nice. Brady Dog, you and your band still play out. We're supposed to have a show next weekend, August 2nd in Olympia, Washington. We're supposed to have a show in October, but that one might be getting moved and or canceled. I don't know. And we're playing a show in December. Excuse me. And that's going to be it for this version of the band. Our one guitarist is going to be moving to LA. So I don't know what we're going to do from there. 3-piece. Find another fourth member? I have no idea, but things are going to change. We're definitely going to record our set as an album, though. Lightbulb fan, being from the UK, what are your thoughts on European British Chrysler vehicles? I've yet to get my hands on a rebadged Hillman, but I hope to someday. Tim Jefferson, Jeff Beck album. Try a different one. Yes, I'm sure you're right. Logan Baumgartner, do you have any experience with the cheap BBD Amazon knockoffs? Yes, it wouldn't idle. And Tony had problems with one too. They are garbage. Nice. Lane Conley's earliest car memories. Mother's 60 Plymouth Fury wagon. Cool. Grandfather's 59 DeSoto. Also cool. And my other grandfather's 60 Imperial. All Exners. Yes, absolutely. Or at least under his direction. Whether he did the actual designs for each of those or not, I can't say. I tried to make... See, they're all from Exner's tenure. The question is, did he design them or did he babysit those designers? Did he direct them? Did he sign off on them? Yes, I'm sure he would have because he was head of styling. But whether he drew every line or not, no, probably not. I tried to discuss that idea in my last 59 Chrysler album. And then somebody came back and said, oh, they're Exner cars. Exner was in charge. They're Exner cars. Okay, fine. I just received pictures. Oh, from Evan. Oh, dude. Nice. What are you? What does that say? I can't read that. Oh, it says holy moly. That's funny. It's a Plymouth wagon. This must be 60. That's 60, right? It's a 2-door Plymouth wagon. Neat. Them fins. Yeah, same as 59. The front's different. It's got to be 60. And on the door, it says Atomic Energy Commission. That is amazing. Coolest thing I've ever seen today. Yes, the 66 Cornet Tom has is poly red, same as the Charger. I'll be damned. I'll bet it's even more extremely fun than the name implies. I regret never doing the go-karts. I really regret that. Yes, Washington State does indeed have a rich music history of its own. Aberdeen has a rich music history. Oh, cool. Scooter in Vegas already has a 67 3D3 4-speed Coronet. The Charger seems close to the same, but I really like 67 Chargers. Me too. I like those Coronets too. Although 66 is honestly my year for both. 3-piece power trio. Old Iron can play Convoy on the piano. That's awesome. Hot Shoe says, good bass players got so hard to find, we finally threw in the towel. And see, that's the thing. Like, I don't know. And no, like, I don't want to brag. I play bass. I'm not saying it's good, but it is in a certain way, and it's certainly energetic. And I have one friend that like plays bass in a way that I know could replace me, and he doesn't live here and there's no way he'd be willing to do it. So I just don't know, like, the nasty, disgusting, horrible bass I play is a really important part of the sound. So I just don't know that, like, I was considering maybe moving to guitar, because I'm not the guitarist that the one we're losing is, but, you know, I can hang. But then who plays bass? And I just feel like that will take too much away. Is he rhythm or lead guitar? We didn't have a rhythm guitar. We have 2 lead guitars. I would say Seth does more rhythm, but they both trade off and on doing leads and rhythm stuff. And a lot of the best stuff we do still till December is the 2 of them playing against each other, playing competing or layered leads. And so that's why I play bass in the way that I do. And it's not going to work the same way. And that's okay. You know, I mean, we could do something, but yeah. Oh, wow. Burnout Garage just got my 70 Challenger 440 with a 4-speed and a Dana 60 running for the first time since 1987. Congratulations. K Don't Play Plymouth and Travels says congrats on 71K. Thank you very much. Someone mentioned you in my comments today or yesterday. I think it was you. And they said we should do whatchamacallit? Collaboration, I believe, is the word. I feel like you've been in my comments before. Anyway, I'm really bad with names, and so I didn't remember. But now that I see that, I think I do recognize the channel. So anyway, thank you very much. And someone else just said, oh, Mexican Spec said, I've already passed Cold War Motors by almost 1,000 subs. Got him! I do a bit of the keeping up with the Joneses, checking in on other channels and seeing where we're at. Yes, I've passed him by almost 800 subscribers. Anyway, he does cool stuff. And he's been doing it a lot longer than me. I don't know, it worked out. Gary Hergert says Mike Norden owns that wagon. He has a Charger 500, so he's good in my book. I think I know that name. Lightbulb fan, having just binge watched the Ramp Truck playlist, how is it doing? Looking forward to seeing how it performs after the manual swap. You and me both, because after the manual swap, I can change the turbo and upgrade the injectors and crank the pump up, and it's doing fine. It's holding together. My brother has it right now. He borrowed it to bring home his 69 Charger, and he has not given it back. See you later, Brady. Good luck. Largemouth or smallmouth? Driveway of Misfits Chris says, Alan plays bass. He can do anything. He probably could. How's it going, Charles Clark? What's good in the hood? Todd Denio plays the radio. Scoop has dropped in, and then I want to say farted. Steven Rosenthal says, you've got a Rick. Go full Lemmy and strum that thing. What do you think I do? It is a 3-piece solution. I don't know if I have a long enough leash. Brother, I have 3 Ricks for some damn reason. And yeah, it's all about that. The comment from our drummer, Mike, who's been my friend for a long time. His comment was, why can't you just play bass like a normal person? Or something to that effect. No. Bad Jack. I think I mentioned the reason I ended up with 3. I did a trade deal with Vivian for the good one. But this one I bought because the guy said the bridge pickup was broken. It's just a jack problem. They all have that. No picks. Oh, come on. Usually I have the strap to lock it, and that helps. Fighting MSA in the house? How's it going, man? that's what's up. This is the Champ, which is pretty dirty, but I never play bass clean. I always have a clone going. Dang it. This one has a problem with the G string popping off the end of the neck. Anyway, I play bass like a weirdo. Any more stands over here? 2 is not enough. Hey, you should be worried. I'm almost to 200 subs. I'm catching you quickly. Nice. I'll see you when you get here. Oh, wow. Peter Dollery just looked at a 71 GTX Survivor, 440, 88,000 miles, sold for just under 40K. So it wouldn't be worth a restoration unless you did it all yourself, or unless you really, really, really wanted that car. Plymouth on Plywood is tired from all the excitement. See you later. Scoop, you know I'm going to do the things and the stuff. Fighting MSA, have you ever thought about writing a book? I have, actually. I have. I don't know what it would be about, though. I might not get the Ram truck back. Yeah, I was going to say that. He used it to bring home the charger. He had the charger on it for a week. He was driving it places with the charger on it. He finally unloaded the charger, then used it to go get a fender for the charger, and he still hasn't given it back. He's trying to burn all the fuel he put in it. Did he run the Ram truck out of go juice again? He's trying. He sure is trying. Oh, that was your brakes. Wow. Impressive. Oh, well. Kid Don't Play says, Jamie inspired my filming. That's awesome. Happy to do that if I can. Oh, that's funny. Robert Fitch has been watching K Don't Play's videos. I'm the one who said you'd hit your head on that hood latch, dude. Yeah, that's part of it. Yep. Oh, cool. Fighting MSA wrote my first memoir, and it's on Amazon. Congratulations. Yes, I am a Lemmy fan for sure. There's some obvious Lemmy in my style, no question. Scoop will trade his Strat for the 68 Charger. No. Paul Wortman says the string fender bass is pretty cool. Oh, dang it. There's not enough room over here. It's an ongoing problem. This room is too small. Mine says Squire on it, but yeah, I agree. I was just playing this today. I think I played this in a live once. It's cool, but it's hard. There's not enough room for the strings. But they're very inspiring. I just wrote today, what was it? Dang it. That wasn't it. That was it. That was the notes, but that wasn't the rhythm. See, now I'm completely out of spots to put things. Anyway, bass sixes are cool. But they're really weird and hard to play. Is that a mixer to your left? Yes, this is my vintage Ramsa mixer. Don't know any royal blood, no. Do a book about writing a book. It's like making a YouTube video about making YouTube videos. A book about not knowing what to write a book about. Rooster says Discord won't work for me. Did you go into your email and verify your identity? I guess you didn't hear my last response to this. I lean on the belt and pull the fan. And it might be easier to turn the engine backwards. No, they do not normally have a crank bolt. You can add one. It's the same thread as a V8, but it has to be pretty long. So small block bolts, I think, work. I did listen to Leo Kottke play Vaseline Machine Gun. That's worlds beyond me. Haven't hit my head on the duster door, though. How about the roof? Nice. Oi! How's that tuned? The bass 6? It's tuned normal guitar. You could... People use them as a baritone. But, yeah. Yes, the Beatles had one of these. There's said Fender, though. So it's tuned guitar, but an octave down. So in theory, you could use it for normal bass lines. In practice, the neck is so cramped, I can't play like anything I wrote on the rig. But you can play chords, so that's cool. Yeah, you can't post on the Discord until you confirm your email address. We're all new at some point. Is this like IRC? Yes! Wow, several people dropped in. I'm going to assume McLovin dropped the link to the Discord. Please be careful when you draw clouds on your drawings. Some of the contractors do not understand. That's good times. We have 380 members in the Discord now. That's been pretty slow to grow. Most of the core live stream members are in there. Oh, wow. Dan Orcutt has a 2-decade-old Fender Jazz 5-string and an older Ibanez TR. Fender is heavy, I bet. My friend Kyle had a 5-string Jazz for a while. It might have been about that age. Tim Jefferson says, my homework assignment is to listen to Jeff Beck live at Ronnie Scott's. I'll see what I can do. Oh, wow. Believe in Yourself is a published offer as well. First published book was a cookbook. Sold well for many years. That's awesome. Oh, now my mom's here. Yeah, just in time to say bye. Write a book about adding crank bolts to slant sixes. Steven Rosenthal just discovered how nasty in a good way the UA Distressor plugin sounds on a P-Bass. Yeah, same, Josh Homan. DD Speed Shop did a video on starting a YouTube channel, and Tony did one as well. So I watched both of them. I got a lot of good info out of those. DD Speed Shop, I remember specifically because people are like, oh, well, I started my channel and I only got 50 views on a video. Well, okay, but now think of it this way. 50 people, like if you were talking to 50 people all at once, like if you crammed 50 people into a McDonald's, right? Well, that's actually kind of a lot of people, you know? So from that perspective, that's pretty cool. And I really took that to heart. Yes, Todd Denial. Yeah, Leo playing solos sounds like more than one playing. Yes, it does. Yes. Yeah, I think Colin got 15 stitches in his finger. No, yeah, like I say, it's tuned normal guitarish. Zappa, shut up and play your guitar. I don't know that one, but I do know I don't play much Zappa, but I know some. When will Dead Dodge Garage the musical be finished? I'm rusty. I'm a rusty venture. Excuse me. Good night, Bell James. Take it easy. McLovin put up the link to the Discord again. No, at a time I've never tried Bartolini pickups. Interesting. Light bulb fun. You know I've thought about making a slant 12 many, many, many times. Old Iron says, you say the 50 people in a room thing every live stream I've been in. You've been in a lot of live streams. I don't think that's true. Nice. Kato and Play says, I got 50, then I kept posting, and finally, after I kept it simple, bam, I got views. Yep. Nice. Oh, dude. Awesome. Raymond Cabell has an original bodied EB3L Gibson bass in dark red. That is the only color to have. Cool. What's an L, though? Was ist das? Okay, long scale. That was my guess. Because, yeah, the one thing I didn't really like about the one we had was the short scale. It's kind of funny, though. They look wrong with a long scale neck. But that's really cool. I'd love to have one of those. Yeah, we had an Ibanez. I think it was an Ibanez. Whatever country. 3 clone. I still have the pickups. I have the body. I have the neck somewhere, but the fretboard was removed because the truss rod snapped. It's in pieces. It was a weird neck, though. It had classic style tuners. Tuners come in through the side and strings go through the neck. And it didn't say Ibanez on it, but it sure looked like an Ibanez tribute. So, or clone. That's weird, Rooster. Burned Out Garage says, I always want to start making more videos for YouTube, but TikTok is so much easier and I get so much more engagement. Have I mentioned there's a fake Dead Dodge Garage on TikTok? That is not me. Well, I don't go to church on Sunday. I don't get on my knees to pray. Oh, it's supposed to be capoed at 6, which means it's here. Really? Well, I don't go to church on a Sunday. I don't get on my knees to pray. I don't memorize the books of the Bible. I got my own special way. Well, I know Jesus loves me, maybe just a little bit more. I fall on my knees every Sunday at Sir Elderly's candy store. Well, it's got to be the chocolate Jesus. Makes me feel good inside. Gotta be the chocolate Jesus to keep me satisfied. All right, there you go. Never played that one. Obviously, used to do Get Behind the Mule. Oh, that's funny. Kid Don't Play says, I knew it wasn't you because it's not your style video. Well, it's literally my videos, but they are like, they look wrong and they have stupid text over them. And I think the username is Dead Dodge Garage Real, something like that. Ridiculous. Tim Jefferson says, somebody needs to archive all of the And Remember segments and make a compilation. That would be great. Yeah. I didn't come up with most of them. I hope everybody understands that. Many And Remembers come from comments on previous videos, and I don't... that's a Tom Waits song. What's that, Ozzy? That's funny. I forget what I was saying. I don't ever credit the people that come up with the and remembers, and I feel bad about that. But Lightbulb Fun, am I allowed to ask how the Slant 6 Turbo project is going? It's not right now. We're going to put the 225 in that car with the turbo that was in the truck. The truck transmission died. It was full of water, it turns out. Yeah. Yep. Anyway. Yes, I hope it works better, but we'll see. Imitation is the greatest form of flattery, but there are plenty of channels that imitate me. That's something else. This is just straight screen grabbing my content. Jared Ellis. A while back, I picked up an engine transmission for my 76 W100. While cleaning it up, discovered it has 318 heads from a mid-60s sedan on a mid-70s 360 block. Engine runs. Well, it would run. I mean, it's the same thing. And 318 heads on a 360 raise the compression slightly and kind of lend themselves to low-end torque. They don't have the breathing for the high RPM performance, but it works. It works fine. It works better than 360 heads on a 318, frankly. At least for a street low-power application. Dan Orcutt is out. A bunch of other people leaving. Thanks for being here. Really appreciate that. I do need to go have some food. I am hungry. My grandpa allegedly caused the end of some cats, and I still think he was a pretty cool guy, so do with that information what you will. Rich Jordan was here and is headed out. Thanks for being here, Rich. Have a great week. Have a good one. When did the and remember thing begin? Surely there's not 726 of them. Well, no. Like 100 of those 726 are lives, and then there are some shorts as well. There are hundreds of them. I've done it in every video for a really long time. I didn't do them in all the early videos. I never planned for it to be in every video, but then people say, you forgot to do an and remember. They say it in videos where I totally did and remembers. So now I guess I just have to always do it. I keep thinking about leaving out the intro that I've always done, which is I'm Jamie, this is Dead Dodge Garage, and this is X. It's not always right at the beginning. Often there will be an intro before the intro. I keep thinking about it, but I don't know. I feel like I'm a slave to the tradition now, so I just keep doing it. Thanks, Patrick. Take it easy. Thanks for being here. Dan Tupper, everybody's heading out. Tiffany Hovey, I actually created a TikTok, and I think it is Dead Dodge Garage, but I don't actually post on it, so I need to probably do that. And then I reported them as impersonating me, but it hasn't gone anywhere. So, all right, I'm getting out of here. My neck hurts. What's on the agenda this week? Yes, Dart Sport. You will definitely see another Alan Truck video. I'm like a quarter of the way through editing that. There's a Neon RT video coming. There's a Vivian's Dart video coming. Engine Wednesday might be taking her old Slant 6 apart to get all the other parts that we need for the new one. I don't know. It's either that or Engine Wednesday will be working on the 318 I'm putting together for my 79 Power Wagon. I don't know. Yeah, Ozzy was insane. I'm sure you all know that. I don't know what else is coming. So many things are coming. But Dart Sport, Alan's Truck, Neon RT. Those three are definitely like already either happening or happened. So lots of stuff coming up. Hopefully more perky, although I have no idea. That 318 build for sure. My second Hemi build, hopefully soonish, although I need to get some stuff to the machine shop. V-Code Sport Fury GT engine build will be coming, but we're not this week for sure. You know, next few weeks I think we'll see that. Oh, there's so much. There's just so much. I don't even know. There's a lot. But yeah, Stretch the neck, rotate back, bend shoulders, head back, repeat. I'll see what I can do. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for being here. Much appreciated. Thanks to Tom for being here for an hour. Yeah, what he said. All right, drive safe. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. See you in the comments. See you next week. Thanks to Alan and everybody else. Bye-bye.